Alright guys, back at you with another one. Just go ahead and get that shit started here. Well, I cursed in the first 18 seconds. Well, who cares? Not in
Catapult
the mood
deck
to
is
care right
open.
now.
Mobile suit
Not
team,
in the mood
move
to
out.
care right now. Anyway, bringing you a game in a pretty off-meta It's not... I hesitate to say off-meta. Off-meta implies that, yeah, it's not meta, but still good. This, I don't even think anyone would claim is that situation going
Begin
on here.
mission.
Except for me. Destrosrum Gallus. No, I'm tired. The Strozrum Diaz. Jesus Christ. An upgraded version of the Rick Diaz. I believe it starts at 550. For the most part, it's exactly the same in terms of, weaponry and loadout. But,
Beacon captured.
I believe it lacks the head Vulcans, but instead has... No, okay,
Beacon
not. It literally
captured.
has everything that the Rick Diaz has, but it has
The enemy has
over-the-shoulder
secured a
beam
beacon.
cannons. Unfortunately, only okay range, also. There we are. I think, yeah, that's just the Gyaradoga just deciding to go ahead and make life a thing.
Minor
I'll say,
damage.
it's actually
Heavy
important to talk
artificer.
about the weapon I'm using here, because there's a very
Beacon should
specific
be
reason
limited
I
damage.
tend to
Be
use it
careful.
on support types that get it. But I do at least want to see us get this
Enemy
go real
mobile
quick.
suit
Yes,
is
yes, yes,
down.
yes, yes. So, in terms of weapons and loadout and playstyles, exactly the same as the Rick DS, but it gets these over-the-shoulder beam cannons. Unfortunately, these beam cannons only have about a range of 500. So
Ally has destroyed
they're
an
not...
enemy mobile suit.
If you're trying to use this thing as an anti-sniper, you're going to run into a bit of trouble, because it's very easy to outrange you. Otherwise, pretty good weapon. Predict him to keep moving forward there. But the reason I use the shrapnel shell, or the shrapnel bazooka here, the shotgun bazooka, is it has a very, very high
An
rate of
allied
fire.
unit has been
It's very
destroyed.
easy to rack up damage with it, and it will break maneuver armor. That's why I use it. None of these weapons, none
An
of the
allied unit
Rigdius's
has been
other weapons, even
destroyed.
its other optional weapons, will break maneuver armor. This will.
Ally
It'll
has
take 2 or
destroyed
3
an
shots in
enemy
order to
mobile
do,
suit.
but in a game
It
where
is damaged.
teamwork's necessary, but also
That mobile
extremely
suit can't
difficult,
take much more. You should
uh,
attack.
yeah, you need to be able to protect yourself, and this is the kind of the best way to do it.
Supporting fire incoming.
Of
Evacuate the
course,
target
loves it. The
area.
Zero Shiki AR,
An allied unit has been
Shiki
destroyed.
Armor Ray Custom, right? That thing has pretty much exactly the same play
Long
style
range
this thing
supporting
does.
fire
It has
incoming.
the over-shoulder beam cannons, it has the shrapnel bazooka, or a regular bazooka,
Firing has ceased.
and instead of the
Supporting
beam
fire
pistols, it
missing.
has a straight-up,
Ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
was it a fast-firing beam
Supporting
rifle
fire
instead.
incoming.
But that thing can fly, so it has an extra defense
Your
against
unit
raids.
is being
And this
repaired.
thing doesn't. So in general, that thing's better to use over this thing if you have the opportunity to use it. But again, the niches these things have is that they can protect themselves to an extent. Now, this was a match taken, yes?
Ally has destroyed
I
an
think
enemy
from
mobile
the
suit.
recording of this video is about 2 days ago from the time you guys will be viewing it. Got a pretty bad losing streak here. Probably shouldn't be playing the game in my particular state. Well, my mental say, I should say. But is what it is. Trying to get back here, and I'm really, really cautious of the freaking raids that are running around here. But so far, the team's been keeping them off me. I haven't died to anything yet. Watch this.
Enemy mobile suit
Look how
is down.
fast you can just rack up damage with this. And of course, you still have the bird line. You still have the pistols. You still have... Oh yeah, this is something that pisses me off.
Taking
Everyone knows
significant
the raid
damage.
is here,
An
but
allied
doesn't
unit
do
has
anything
been
about it.
destroyed.
Number
Your
3
mobile suit can't take much.
literally
Your
just
mobile
fucking
suit
ignores
has
them.
been destroyed.
Literally just fucking ignores them. So they knock the
Ally
raid
has
down,
destroyed an enemy
ignore
mobile
him,
suit.
and then number 3 just takes a sweet old. He could have just switched
Select
to
where
his
and how
melee and
to
used his
sortie again.
super high speed downswing in order to stop him or tackle him or any number of things. I assume his beam
An
rifle was on
allied unit
reload,
has
which is
been
why he didn't
destroyed.
use it. Granted, it has a 7-shot magazine, so I find that unlikely,
Ally
but
has
there you go.
destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Requesting to sortie. Supporting
I
fire
understand the
incoming.
reload on that thing isn't
Evacuate the
bad.
target
It's
area.
been a very long time since I've used the GPO one.
An allied unit has been destroyed.
And now the entire team's dead and I'm all alone. So we'll be standing
Long
here
range
just kind of
supporting
just
fire
chilling.
incoming.
Now, in terms of playstyle, while this
Firing
thing
has
can basically
ceased.
do this exact same thing
Supporting
as the Rick
fire
Diaz
missed its
can,
target.
I don't believe it has bouncers, so you can't, downswing it to shoot them in the legs, and this obviously doesn't have maneuver armor, so there are some very strong limitations to this thing.
The
But
enemy has secured a beacon.
if you can get people in a
Ally
nice,
SOS
big,
signal
clumpy
detected.
group like I did earlier, like what's about to happen now, you can really rack up damage. Watch this. Credit to the team, they actually decided to come back. Now, I thought for the longest time that was a raid, but apparently it isn't. Just tackle pretty invincibility.
Enemy mobile suit
There you
is
go.
down. This is a winning strategy.
Yeah, 2 shots to
Ally has
a
destroyed an
general
enemy mobile
without
suit.
boost. Well, 2 shots will stun. 3 shots if new armor suits are in the middle of a boost. Very, very, very useful niche to have. Unfortunately, yeah, that's right. They have a Gym Sniper 2 on the opposite team. And as I say, best counter for sniper is another sniper, and that thing has almost twice as much range as I do, with like 750
Ally has destroyed
meter
an
range on
enemy
his
mobile
rifle.
suit.
That didn't matter in that particular case. Move over here so I don't get freaking bopped, but number 3 needs some help. I'm kind of hesitant. I'm actually trying to help him out here, but
Supporting fire incoming. Ally
I
has
kind of see
destroyed
what's
an
going
enemy
on and
mobile
just
suit.
decided back up. Our team's low on health. Any future fight we get into are probably going to end up losing. Number 2 wasn't moving there for some reason.
2 minutes left in the mission.
He
Beacons
actually
are
jumps
now
back in to
valuable
help.
for this mission. An allied unit has been destroyed.
I am ready to bounce as soon as my man dies, which doesn't look like he's going to.
An allied
There we go.
ally has destroyed
But now I
an
see a whole
enemy
bunch of people
mobile
behind me,
suit.
so I'm just like,
Supporting
I'm
fire
out.
incoming. Evacuate the target area.
Army wants to go over there and help him, but
Long range supporting fire incoming.
3 against
An
1, and that
allied
guy's in
unit
low
has been
health. That
destroyed.
wouldn't have turned out well
Firing
for me
has
if I
ceased.
tried.
Supporting fire missed its target.
Well, we're at the 90-second mark. Y'all know like button's free? Help your boy out. Give him a
Minor damage. No need
subscribe
for
and a
concern.
like. Comment if you want, and comment all that good stuff. And also, I don't think that Gym Sniper 2 is actually particularly good in this game. I think, most every shot he tries to fire on me, he misses. We were about to see something like that happen.
1 minute left in the mission. Keep fighting.
Oh.
An
These
allied
are the
unit has been
situations you want to get in
destroyed.
with a suit like
Ally
this.
has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
And it's pretty easy to get into these kinds of situations. So this thing, in terms of playstyle, I would call it
Destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
a brawling
Enemy mobile
support.
suit
This
is
isn't
down.
like a general support, like you can like the Zeta High Mega Launcher or the Zeta C1 or the the 7th Gundam or something like that. This thing is very much not as self-sufficient as those. But it definitely is
Destroyed an enemy mobile
with
suit.
the front line. And of course it has the benefits of having better range than something like the Waxac, which has the same kind of close range niche.
Time has run out.
So I really, really like this thing. I really do like this thing a lot. One of my favorite supports in the game, actually. But again, that's kind of because it can defend itself rather than because it's good. Well, it didn't top the damage, but the guy who did top damage did 160 freaking 5,000. I like my own shit. No, I just add that watch later. Oops. All right, here we go. Here we go. Yep. Yep. He actually did more damage than I did, so he's definitely hitting somebody a lot. Fair enough. Only got 2 kills out of it, I'm afraid, but putting the shots where they mattered, making sure that motherfuckers did not get up, making sure people did not get up when I shot them, limiting the amount of things firing back at us, and got points out of it. So, is what it is. Anyway, remember if you guys liked it, like, subscribe, and I will see you next time.
Here are your rewards from this battle.